Good morning. Good morning. Happy Merry Christmas Hanukkah. Christmas Kwanzaa. Oh, well, welcome, whoever and wherever you are coming from. I'm Rev Sarah. I think I know most everybody here, so thanks for being here. It's good to gather together. So welcome. And I'm going to thank Linda for Linda's beautiful music, and she put in a lot of extra effort to get a song that I really wanted to be played this morning with Gino, so thank you both. Yes, so thank you, so welcome. So I think we'll start with a song.
And you know what, you're right, I'm doing first gathering. Yeah. I was doing first gathering. It's second gathering. Good morning, family. Good morning to you out there in your jammies and your coffee toff with whipped cream and all that yumminess and all the beautiful things of happening, being around family. Thank you all for being here this morning, online and definitely in person with your jammies on and your coffee. We're going to do an oldie but a goodie. Some of you will know it. If you do, sing along. If not, catch up what you can. Here we go. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn from humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Woo! Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn from humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. Now I know what I came here for and what this life is about. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about joy and sunshine. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about holding a hand. It's about love, it's about joy, it's about passion and kindness. It's about love, it's about joy, it's about holding a hand. Holding a hand. Swing, swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn from humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Woo woo! Well, we're getting warmed up. We're waking up. We're waking up. So, in that, let's get that joy and energy. Everybody stand up. We're going to do a little song called May the Light. But right before that, if you got your cell phone with you and you at home, text somebody, share somebody that we are here Sunday morning having a great Christmas celebration. And if you don't want to do that, turn that cell phone off. Doggone it, yeah. May the light of the Spirit shine on you. May the light of the Spirit shine on me. As God's grace and love makes this a brighter world, may the light of the Spirit shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine on you. May the light of the Spirit shine on me. As God's grace and love makes this a brighter world, may the light of the Spirit shine on. Shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine on you. May the light of the Spirit shine on me. As God's grace and love makes this a brighter world, may the light of the Spirit shine on. The light of the Spirit shine on you. May the light of the Spirit shine on me. As God's grace and love makes this a brighter world, may the light of the Spirit shine on. So shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine, shine on. Woo-hoo! Thank you, Linda. Linda on piano. We're glad to be here. And our beloved Reverend Sarah.
Thank you. That was wonderful. And so welcome. Welcome. Happy Merry Christmas and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah. I'll try that again. I'm Rev Sarah, and I'll introduce myself for those of you online who may not know. Rev Kevin is away today enjoying Christmas at home, and so I get to be the speaker today. Yay. So welcome. And if you are watching and you're unfamiliar, Universal Spirit Center is a place of love and celebration of the divine within us and within each other and within the world around us. We are here for transformation in a beautiful, wonderful way. So, so welcome. So this morning, we get to have some time together. I can say a couple announcements, I think. Yeah. I think we have...
Up front, just...
Let's see, I know Rev Kevin's having an open house today, so if you did not get the word, everyone is invited. His place between 1 and 5, I believe, yes. And Lee or myself can help give you directions if you need that.
Okay.
Okay. And anything else? The grief?
So then we also have the Grief Circle.
Grief Support Circle with Borg Hild, one of our beloved practitioners. That's coming up starting January 7th for 5 consecutive Saturdays in the afternoon, 2 to 3:30. And
technology just a little slow.
That's okay. Oh, and Healing Breathwork with Toby Geis the last Wednesday of the month.
Yeah, this Wednesday.
All right. Oh, this Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because it's the last Wednesday of December. Yes. Woo, all right. We're here. Okay. Yes, and I'll put a tiny plug in for home groups. We're having a home group open community, all-inclusive home group meeting at the end of January after second gathering at Joe Chevrolet's place. Thank you, Joe. Some more details to come for that. So if you're interested and curious about home groups, please join us. Okay, so now it's time for us to greet. Let's go ahead and stand up. We're going to say hello first. Let's wave to the camera in the back and welcome and include all of those who are online whenever and wherever they are. Welcome. Thank you. And then you can turn and greet each other and be merry met with our holiday. Okay. Just kidding. spend some time in greeting each other and allowing the vibration of love and connection to be more visible with each other. And so now we will take a moment and transition into some moments of quiet and with a spiritual reading and some time for meditation. So, and I will say that if you, yes, we'll just have some meditation and quiet. I don't think there's a prayer box today, but you can let me know if you'd like a prayer afterwards. I'll know that for you. Okay, so let's just breathe and come into our body, come into our breath. Let us just sink into the stillness of this moment for this sacred pause. Taking in all that was before, whatever we did for Christmas Eve, however we slept and woke, we are here now. Breathing and being anchored in this point and place of love. And so today's reading is from Father Richard Rohr, a Franciscan priest and progressive. And he describes the intimacy with God as a loving yes to divine presence. And he goes on to say, for Christians who have gone to their own depths, there is the uncovering of an indwelling presence, a deep, loving yes inherent within us. In Christian theology, this inner presence would be described as the Holy Spirit, which is precisely God as immanent within and even our deepest, truest self. God is the very ground of our being. Some mystics have described this presence as closer to me than I am to myself, or more me than I am myself. Many of us would also describe this, as Thomas Merton did, as the true self. Yet it still must be awakened and chosen. The Holy Spirit is totally given and given equally to all, but must be consciously received too. The presence needs to be recognized, honored, and drawn upon to become a living presence within us. So from this more spacious and grounded place, one naturally connects, empathizes, forgives, and loves just about everything. We were made in love, for love, and unto love, and it is out of this love that we act. This deep inner yes that is God in me is already loving God through me. Yes. There is an indwelling presence that's loving itself in and through and as every living thing, that is pouring itself into each of us. And so I know that that experience of divine love, that birth of Christ consciousness, is always ongoing. And so I know it's right here and now in our time together today. It's singing through Gino and playing beautifully through Linda. It's serving through Bob and Lee and all who made today. It's serving through Sherry, Rev Sherry. And it's serving and being and living and loving as each one of us here. So I say, yes, I'm so grateful to know this and to share this and to behold it in community together. So I anchor that gratitude in and that realization in by saying, and so it is.
Whatever happened to you, whatever changes you've been through, there's a meaning to it all. We are not victims of circumstance. It happens to give us a chance to change, to really grow, and to open to God's love deep inside. God's love therein abide. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open mind. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open mind. You carry your pain so very far, and what you are feeling is not who you are. It's something passing through. Spirit is saying, come in. My door has been opened. Your only sin you didn't know. It was open, open. I am the best of you. See me in all you do. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open mind. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open mind. God is only good. Trust God like you know you should. Oh, one day I know that you'll say my heart is my instrument. Live is my life. Shine through my continents. I am willing. Or what would you have me do? Open my mind. Yes, I am here for you. My heart is open. I am your instrument. Live as my life. Shine through my continent. I am willing. What will you have me do? Open my mind. Yes, I am here for you. My heart is open. I am your instrument. Live as my life and shine through my continents. I am willing. What would you have me do? Open my mind. Yes, I am here for you. Spirit is calling your name. If you are willing, you can change and really grow. So won't you open, 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 open. God's love is here for you. God's grace will see you through. We'll work through an open heart. God will work through an open mind. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open mind. God will work through an open heart. God will work through an open mind. God will work through in the open mind.
I love it. Thank you so much, Gino and Linda. I asked them to do that song. It's one of my faves, and they spent extra time transcribing it this week, so thank you. Oh, so welcome. It's such a time of rich ritual and sacred story and time where we get to pause and reflect, and so I'm grateful to have that moment here with you all today. And I think about, this time with all these rituals and scriptural reenactments, and I think about how, it was just humans having a mystical experience thousands of years ago and trying to translate it through a human limited circumstance and making meaning from it, the best they could, translating into their life. And so that's what I think we get to do today. We get to do with our own way of making meaning, making something sacred right in the midst of our own human experience. And that's really the gift of Christmas. It's bringing it right in the midst of where we are and whatever we find ourselves, with whomever we find ourselves. So one of the things that I like to think about and I take meaning from is where the ritual, where did Christmas come from in terms of why is it on December 25th? Why couldn't it have been, I don't know, February 3rd? And so I took this from Alexander Shai, who's an anthropologist and a theologian and a psychologist, and talking about how, at first there were, in Northern Europe, the Celts and the people of the earth and pagans had a celebration of solstice. The solstice being the day when the sun is still, and it's even night and day. And then and they had a 13-day festival, a festival of light and birth, and celebrated that in many ways. And then as the Romans came up through Northern Europe and brought Christianity, they just kind of overlaid it. Well, gosh, if you're celebrating light and birth, that's the birth of Jesus right there. So let's just make, so solstice is Christmas. It's the day of Jesus' birth. But these were then the days of the Julian calendar, which was lunar, and so eventually, days slide, and all of a sudden, December 25th is in the middle of spring, or December the solstice, 21st is in the middle of spring. So when they readjusted the calendar, they had solstice, and then they decided to make Christmas 3 days later. And so in Christian meaning, 3 is a sacred process time. Like 3 is the days of resurrection. And for the pagans and people of the earth, 3 days after solstice is the first time you can discern the light lengthening with the naked eye. So I think about that at these times, like, now is a time, what can be made visible to my eye? What light can I discern and see at this point? What is emerging out of that? So that's the meaning I take from Christmas and solstice and the times. And this month we've been talking about these times. What's the call of the darkness? What's the gift that we find in that? How can we be present to that? And it can be difficult. It's a time of quiet, it's a time of barrenness, it's a time of reflection and pause, and we find that there is that pause before manifestation, before growth. And whether it's like the caterpillar in the cocoon, or a bear in hibernation, or a bulb in the dark, cold winter soil, there's that time where we don't know what we're going to wake up to. It can be scary and disruptive. It can be uncertain, and it can bring up our fears of survival, or fears of being isolated or rejected, fears of not being enough or not having enough. And it seems like, I don't know about for you, but for me, whenever there is a gap of like some unknown information, either unknown ideas about what someone else is thinking or feeling, or unknown outcomes of a circumstance, I tend to fill in that blank with the worst case scenario and fear-based assumptions. I don't know about you all, but it's ripe for that, right? So I think in that monkey mind really gets going, and it really starts circulating that energy. And so that the spiritual call is to, what can we do to pause in that moment and be aware of it, and be awake to that, and have a possibility of something greater than that happen. And for me, when I'm in that anxious kind of monkey mind that's kind of reviewing all these scenarios that I think might be fact, and reviewing the story I have about it, what helped me kind of break out of that was actually some science, because science is rational and somehow it penetrates my emotional worryings. And so I think about quantum physics. I know you didn't connect that one, but physics, because there's, in quantum physics, nothing is fixed. Everything is a field of unlimited potentiality. Light could be a particle or a wave. It only comes into form when someone's observing it. And so when I remember that, I think, okay, I have this void. I have this uncertainty. I don't know how this is going to turn out. It does not feel good right now. But it's also like this void is not empty. It's like a field of infinite possibilities and potentiality. It's an opportunity for any outcome, any action, any manifestation. So when I can remember that, then I can think, okay, I can let go of the wheel a little bit. I can be open to some gift coming through this that I can't possibly imagine or grasp right now, but I can be open to that. I can have faith or a trust that there is a gift coming through that. So, and even to know that sometimes in that darkness and struggle or challenge, there's growth that happens in me. There's some capacity or some awareness or awakening to that I had not had before. So there is at least that. If I can't imagine anything else, I can know that there is something happening through me, right through here. And that actually is the whole point. It's like something wants to know itself more through me, so it's going to express. This is me getting to unfold and be a little bit more expressed. So this is you getting to unfold and be a little bit more expressed too with that divine truth. This is how Spirit works. It wants to know itself and be itself and contribute as much as it can through each of us. So when I think about this time of year, 2022 was quite a year. I kind of thought 2021 was quite a year. And then I had this one. And I have found myself with some experiences of darkness or hopelessness or particularly at work. It's been a long year for me at work, I will say. And so I had this experience of being overwhelmed and feeling just frustrated, just really caught up in the uncontrollability and chaos of some circumstances at school. I'm a principal, I think you all know. So, and I kept trying to like struggle and control the outcomes and use my favorite, unskilled coping mechanisms of like making everything work just the way it needed to, because I am not doing uncertainty in this whole situation. That's not always effective. And so it kind of wears you down. And then, so I found myself one night like being finally worn down enough to where I could actually listen. And I was listening to a guided meditation to kind of like rest and get back to sleep. And finally it penetrated, like, spirit is this free energy of creation and love, and it's wanting to pour itself into this experience. And I thought, oh, it could be in this experience right here. The whole messiness of it. I mean, we're talking, it's crazy at school. I mean, we're talking bodily fluids. We're talking like things everywhere. Completely, I mean, there are some things that are not controllable with me, with my situation. And I could just know that spirit's right in there, in the midst of that. And once I could be open to that possibility, I could let my hands off the wheel. I could we need to control some of our circumstances in this human realm, right? We have to keep ourselves safe and healthy and functioning. But I could let go and realize that there's a gift coming through this if I let go and just be open to it. And I didn't know how it would look or what it would look like, but it came through, and really the freedom was in letting go of that suffering and letting go of trying to control the uncertainty. There's just no winning in that game. So I think that's for us to do, is like sometimes it's letting the circumstances wear us down to where we finally are open up to the spirit, right? That's just the bottom line. I've used this quote before, but I really do like it, from Mark Nepo. He says, eventually all the love, suffering, and humility we go through wear away our walls of resistance until spirit shines from within us like an inner sun. This is how spirit is revealed on earth. As the coverings we carry are worn away by life, the light we can carry can pour into the world. Our constant challenge is to accept how life wears away what doesn't matter until the miracle of life is revealed in everything. So I think we just let everything serve us to wear away so that more and more light shines through. So when I'm thinking back, this is the meaning of Christmas. I think the story of it, I can see how there is light born in the midst of a challenging circumstance. I was reading a blog by this Christian writer and blogger. She's now passed, but she was a mother and a speaker and a writer. Her name is Rachel Held Evans, and so she writes this about the story of Mary. She says, perhaps it's because I'm neck deep in a season of motherhood and caretaking that I am more aware than ever of the startling and profound reality that I am a Christian, not because of anything I've done, but because a teenage girl living in occupied Palestine at one of the most dangerous moments in history said yes. Yes to God, yes to a wholehearted call she could not possibly understand, yes to vulnerability in the face of societal judgment, yes to a vision for herself and her little boy of a mission that would bring down rulers and lift up the humble, that would turn away the rich and fill the hungry with good things, that would scatter the proud and gather the lowly. Yes to a life that came with no guarantee of her safety or her son's. So can you imagine that, like saying yes in the midst of what's most difficult, most disempowering and struggle and suffering, having an occupying force, full of terror and fear, just really being surrendered and open to that. I try to put myself in that moment and seeing like, how would I say yes to that? Being like an unwed mother, being, the disenfranchised, disempowered people, really at the whim of all sorts of sources of power above and beyond me. So I think what a powerful yes. And not knowing what you're saying yes to, really, having no way to really conceive of that. So it's like, wow, what can I say yes to? And not really know, but just be open. Just like what Gina was singing in the song. I'm your instrument. I'm here for the universe to express however it can. Use me however it may come through. I have one more. I also was reading, I had this from Father Gregory Boyle. He founded Homeboy Industries in LA and working with former gang members and having an organization full of service and offering jobs and services and dignity. So he's talking about this healing that comes from having reverence for our reality of being God infused in everything. And he said, we remember the sacred by our reverence. This is the esteem we extend to the reality revealed to us. Jesus didn't abandon his reality, he lived it. He ran away from nothing and sought some wise path through everything. He engaged in it with all acceptance. And one of his homies said, he's like, God's love even hovers over my crazy ass, you know? I thought, yeah, that's true. And but then Father Gregory goes on to say, he talks about the Saint Katari Tekakwitha, and Tekakwitha means she who bumps into things. And so he says, what if holiness is a contact sport and we are meant to bump into things? This is what it means to embrace a contemplative, mystical way of seeing wholeness. So what if it's that we get to bump into things and that's where the holiness is? So that's what I wanted us to, we'll have a moment today to really be present to what are we bumping into? Where are you feeling something might be overwhelming or insurmountable, or you can't really see how it's going to turn out? Where can you be present to that? And where can you say yes to something? Where can you see, we're not talking about bypass, we're talking about really being present to what the circumstance is and the challenge is, and saying yes to a gift that we may not be even able to articulate or know. So we're just saying yes and being open. So, does anyone want to share what is something that someone may be bumping into these days?
Tax season.
Taxes are coming. Yes, that's a good bump. That's a pretty big bump for some. Yeah. What else do we bump into? I tend to bump into relationship, people not doing or acting like I think they should. Gina, what are you bumping into?
I initially bumped into Christmas.
You bumped into Christmas.
Yeah, I realized that I was like, oh, it's already Christmas again.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, if that's the attitude I take into Christmas, geez, Gino, you won't enjoy it. And I've had that for a while.
Yeah.
So it was great to observe it.
Uh-huh.
Start to shift.
Great. So Gino's observing and bumping into Christmas, and there is a lot of work for those in this line of work at the holidays. It is a lot of effort. So thank you for being present to your bump. Yeah. Yes, Joan. Yes, being older is a big bump into, physical challenges. James, what are you bumping into? Oh, yes, James is bumping into the ghost of Christmas past and present and future. Yeah, thank you, James. Yeah, I think we all bump into those ghosts. Thank you. What else? Anybody else want to share a bump? Rev Sherry?
Joan, you remind me, I'm bumping into caring for an older mom who lives all the way across the country in Connecticut.
Yes.
Whether I should move there.
Yeah. Rev Sherry's bumping into, just like Joan was talking about, the challenges of getting older, the challenges of caring for aging parents and what they might need and how far are we from them. Gail, what are you bumping into?
A lot of things, but I call them nuggets of gold.
Oh, so yeah, your nuggets of gold are what you're bumping into. Yeah, thank you. So she's filling the void with love right there. Well, thank you. That's a perfect segue to where we're going. So I found, I bumped into a situation, actually last night, with a difficult conversation with someone, and I was wrestling with it in the night, and then I bumped into a metta practice. And I know, so that was another way, besides science, I can really jump into and bump into a loving space, and then that opens up to what gift can come through. So I thought we would close with a little process about that. Yeah, so yay for processes, yay for experience. Woohoo. So let's just take a moment, and thank you, Linda, for just intuiting to come up and play some beautiful music behind. So let's just breathe in and allow yourself to think and be present to what you've been bumping into. What may be a limitation or a fear or a challenge, whether it's a health-related challenge or relationship or caretaking, financial, all sorts of limitations that we might bump into. And let's be present to that from a compassionate observer, a kind friend. You're embodying the consciousness of a conscious, compassionate witness to what may be difficult about that bump. Just breathe into that. Allow yourself to be empathetic and compassionate for what's hard about it. And then I'm going to say some metta statements, and you can just take that in to yourself and know it for yourself and for whomever may be involved in your bump. So think to yourself, may I be peaceful. May I be peaceful. May I be happy. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be safe. May I awaken to the light of my own true nature. May I awaken to the light of my own true nature. May I be free. And I'll repeat it again, using you, so you can hold the person or the person, the bumpy, in your consciousness of compassion. May you be peaceful. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you awaken to the light of your own true nature. May you be free. And just feel that sense of love spreading from within you out towards the other, out towards spreading and radiating out into the world. And now, as you're in that space of love, can you be willing and open for a gift to come through this experience? Can you be open and curious? What's a quality of the divine that wants to have a greater experience through you in the very midst of this experience? What wants to expand and know itself even more right in the heart of what's hard and sore and tender from our bump? So I'm going to have you hold that quality in, or even just being willing to have something move through you for your good, for your highest good, and the highest good of all concerned. And I'm going to close with another quote from Ernest Holmes. He said, love will not remain abstract. Its power of transmutation is in the human events, and it comes only as we catch its vision and mold it into human experience. So today I bestow the essence of love upon everything. Everyone shall be lovely to me. My soul meets the soul of the universe in everyone. Nothing is dead. Everything is alive. Nothing is ugly. Everything is beautiful. Everything is meaningful. This love is a healing power touching everything into wholeness, healing the wounds of experience with its divine balm. And so it is.
Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light. I open my heart, even in the dark. The light of my God, always shining, even in the night. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light. Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of light. Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of love. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light. I open my heart, even in the dark. The light of my God, always shining, even in the night. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light. Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of love. Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of light. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine my light. Be a vessel of light.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So this is our time for conscious giving. So as we think about the gift that we are, the gift that's wanting to express through us, whether it's freedom or love or peace or joy, I just think, when I think about conscious giving, I think I'm just a vessel. I'm a divine distributor of whatever comes my way. So whatever resources, whatever ideas, whatever inspiration for creative work, that's all the divine coming through me. So my opportunity to give is a way of continuing to distribute that good and share it. So, and then let it keep expanding out into the world, because I know that it circulates and comes back in these ever expanding ripples of good and ripples of love. So today, when we do conscious giving, I'm inviting you to experience that, to step into that flow of giving, to step into like being a powerful distributor of divine good and abundance for yourself, for our center, for our community, and for the world. And I am especially and particularly asking, and I will mention this as Lorraine mentioned last night, as it's a perfect time, the end of the year, for a one-time gift before the end of the tax year. Comes to a close, and it would be very appreciated. So we're asking for a gift and being open to how it shows up and received from you. So a gift, at the one-time gift, helps our center come into some financial balance, and it would be much appreciated. So let's take whatever you are giving, one time or ongoing. And if you're new, don't feel any obligation, just feel the presence of love. And so know that whatever you're giving, you are giving out in the spirit and the intention of good for yourself and good for our center and good for the world. And so I know that that intention and that powerful affirmation circulates and returns back many times over. So I give thanks for this abundance. I give thanks for the way this universe works and all the beautiful ways it circulates good. I affirm it's already done. I say thank you, and so it is.
And as we here in this divine space are sharing in that magnificent bliss of abundance, each of you at home have an opportunity to just hit that QR code and share in the divine abundance and blessing with us, to join in as we allow the divine universe to be all that it is. I allow, I receive, I accept, I believe that I have all I need. I allow, I receive, I accept, I believe that I have all I need now. I allow, I receive, I accept, I believe that I have all I need. I allow, I receive, I accept, I believe that I have all I need now. Let's take that into our heart space and let's just hum in that. And one last time. I allow it. We receive it. We accept and we believe that we have all we need. We allow, oh, we receive, we accept, we we believe we have all we need. When? Don't hesitate. When? Now, 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 now.
Wow. Thank you, Gino. Well, let's go ahead and stand up. And as we close out, I'm going to invite you to speak out. If you know a quality or a gift that's coming through you in this moment, I invite you to say it now. If it's joy, freedom, love, abundance, peace, generosity. Yes, thank you. Okay, peace, order. Yes, okay, I'm claiming that all. I know that that is so. It is the truth and ground of our being. I claim it. I say yes. I say thank you for that gift as it shows up in every person's life, here and online. I say thank you, and so it is.
May the light of the Spirit shine on you. May the light of the Spirit shine on me. As God's grace and love makes this a brighter world, may the light of the Spirit shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine on you. May the light of the Spirit shine on me. As God's grace and love makes this a brighter world, may the light of the Spirit shine on. Now, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine on. May the light of the Spirit, it gotta shine on you. And may the light of the Spirit shine on me. As God's grace and love makes this a brighter world, may the light of the Spirit shine on. Shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on. So may your light shine today wherever you go, with whomever you continue this joyous celebration. Reverend Sarah, thank you for such a beautiful, beautiful message. Hit right to core, just what I needed. Thank you, Universal Spirit Center, for being such a loving, giving light here in person and there online as well. We love you. We bless you. And we will see you before the new year on Wednesday. Don't forget to come and get your breath work in so you can be ready for the new year. And let that light shine today through your family, your friends, wherever you go. Let it shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine on you. I love you. Have a blessed, blessed holiday.